a show stating what others hate. Seeking the truth and transparency here on Patriot View
at 1A Independent News.
With your host, Bear Direct.
Hey, what's going on, Patriots? Thank you for joining us for this episode of Patriot View at 1A Independent News. If you haven't yet, website and email up here. If you got something you want to say but don't want to put it on your own social media profile, you're more than welcome to send it to us. We'll take a look at it. It would go on our website. We do have some guidelines for submissions. We will not take credit for your piece, and that's why. But we have what guidelines we have. And there is nothing that's unreasonable. We are way behind on articles. Obviously, we have other things we have to do, but we get these episodes out. So, also, keep in mind, we do not have any sponsors. We fund everything out of our pocket, so we will rely on our views. So, right now, with our views, we make zero, which means we've been funding this thing out of my pocket the whole entire time. And it gets to be very costly. So between the website, the domains, the email server, because we do not have a Hotmail, Gmail, or anything like that, we actually have a paid server, which means it's private. So plus the domain for the email. So there's a lot of other things involved. We encourage you to sign up for a free Rumble account. We have a paid plan because it gives us more storage space. So if you are do not currently have a Rumble account, we encourage you through our episodes, especially if you're viewing from Facebook, X, or Truth, share the episode that's of the day with others on those platforms. It's going to take you directly to Rumble. Sign up for that free, like I said, that free Rumble account. Hit the orange and white 1N logo or Patriot View, one of the two should take you to our channel. And follow, subscribe, whatever happens to be there. It used to be, if it was a web-based, like if you're on a laptop or something like that, it would say one thing, either follow or these are examples. It would say follow, and if it was a app, it would say subscribe, or vice versa. So I'm not sure if they've changed it and it's just follow now or what. So, but that's why I say follow or subscribe, whatever it happens to say. Also, share the channel. So again, we encourage you to sign up for a free Rumble account. Way easier to, if you want to decide you want to be a content creator, you want to try your hand at content creation, you may be very, very good at it. You may pick up and start snagging viewers. Who knows? You may get luckier than I am. So, give it a try. You don't have to jump through hoops to monetize like you do with YouTube and Facebook and these other ones. You don't have to have this amount of followers, this amount of views, this amount of that, this amount of that. It's just based on views. If you're going to generate, you've got to have a lot of views. And that's basically what it comes down to. The only requirement, you got to have a lot of views. Okay? And that's what we're asking you to help us with. If you're a promoter, don't have any money, man. But if you know how to promote and how to help us promote the channel and get it and grow our views, you're more than welcome. Don't hit us in the comment section, man. Hit us in the email. But if you're a paid promoter, man, I can't pay you. I've got all my money that I've got that I have available is set for what we've got. I've already had to cancel our live streaming platform and a couple other things because I couldn't afford them anymore. I don't. Sorry, man. I can't divert funds in the hopes that you can actually grow the channel because you're looking for money. Because you're going to want your money before I ever see a return. And I get it. Whatever. But I'm not going to just trust people to, my thing is, we did the episode, part of the episode yesterday was about being scammed. So I don't trust people. That's my thing. I'm that person that show me that you can actually do what you're going to do, what you can do, what you say you can do. Oh, and by the way, I'm not giving you control of my channel. I'm not giving you any kind of access to be able to control my channel. That's the bottom line. I don't trust these people. So if you are a promoter, and you have a simple a brain cell of logic, and you're not a scammer, you're gonna understand this. Hit us in the email. Do not send anything through comment. Send it through email only. Then you can comment if it has to pertain to the topic, but do not try to promote yourself and a service through comments because I will not answer. Make sure when you're sending an email, make sure it's articulated clearly what your intention is and what you're looking to do and what you're looking to gain from it. It better not be generic. It better be real, because I get enough of the stuff that I know it's a generic thing. I know which ones are coming from the same people or place or from the same script because they all say the same thing. So, yeah, I think that's about all I can say about that. We do not have any sponsors. We have items we recommend, so we encourage you on our website. So we encourage you to go over and check that out. These are items that we purchased, we've tried, we like, therefore we recommend them. Excuse me, guys. That time of the year, everybody's going to start getting sick again. You know, like cold, not warm, cold, warm, cold, warm. And I hate winter. So, and I have allergies on top of it, so I get nailed throughout the year. So I remember a day when I was younger, I didn't have that issue. And I think once I hit like 30 something, they started coming in. So either way. So, all right, guys, let's roll it. Hopefully I got out everything I could as quickly as I could. So, pop over. The 2 ways you can help support us on our website. At the top of all the pages on the website, there's a little gift box. That little gift box put up there by our hosting provider. Okay. Whatever you gift through that gift box does not go directly to us. It goes to our hosting provider, credits our hosting account. Okay. So for anybody that's like, man, no, maybe I want to help, I want to support, but I don't. That goes directly to our host provider, does not go to us. Okay. Another way is the bottom of the homepage is crowdfunding box. Lots of things, lots of productions, media stuff, movies are done through crowdfunding these days. In this day and age, you hear that, like a lot of the cops planning stuff. This day and age. No, listen, I don't want anybody to take to me saying the cops planning stuff as I'm anti-cop. I'm not. I'm pro good cop is what I am. There's way too many cops that play fast and loose, and I don't blame it directly on them. Totally directly on them. You get the arrogant a-hole cops that, shouldn't even be wearing a uniform. Not even a UPS uniform, because they don't have the temperament for resistance or potential conflict. I'm going to give you an example, okay? And I think this one's a few years old. A guy was out in the morning. It's like 6:30 in the morning. It's dark. You can tell it's wintertime. It's in Georgia. He's wearing a hoodie. And 29 years old at the time. I can't remember the guy's name. I'm sure probably a lot of people have seen the clip. They had a report of a male in a hoodie wearing a backpack, breaking into cars. No color of the hoodie. No color of the male. No height of the male. No approximate age of the male. Really no description other than, and I don't even know if they actually said male. They may have just said somebody in a hoodie in a backpack. But still, no color of the hoodie, no color of the backpack. If you can see they are wearing a hoodie and a backpack, you should maybe be able to tell, roughly what color. I mean, because if you can see a backpack, clearly see a backpack, then you can see clearly enough to know roughly what color the hoodie and the backpack are. Well, this fine officer shows up. This guy is just on his way to work, waiting for somebody to pick him up, waiting for his ride. Listening to his music through his earpods, or earbuds, pods, whatever they are. They're wireless, so I think they're pods of some sort. And the officer automatically goes to detaining him. No talking, automatically out of the car, put your hands behind your back. No, let's see your ID. Didn't even ask for an ID. What are you doing? Even though legally he didn't have the right for an ID. Because could he actually, truly, honestly articulate that he actually committed a crime? No, he's going off a very vague description. Very vague. And I remember this one. So the guy's just trying to clearly say, hey man, I'm just waiting for my ride for work. I'm going to work. How old are you? 29. So you should know to shut up. Basically, he's being very, very rude, very condescending. So he's just trying to get, hey, what are you stopping me for? Why are you detaining me? He's got him against the car. He's turning. And he's like, if you keep moving, I'm going to put you on the ground. Now, this whole time, I saw, and I've seen from comments from law enforcement, previous law enforcement, that, hey, there was really no justification for it. There was no movements that would have been deemed threatening. This is a big boy. I'm talking about the officer. The officer is a big boy. I think he just really wanted to hurt this guy. Is what I honestly believe. This is one of those cases where this officer should. I got to look up and see if I can find out exactly what happened to this cop, because this cop should have been really injured this man severely, unjustified. But he committed. He committed. Even when he knew he was wrong, he committed. Why do I say, even though he knew he was wrong, he committed? Because they had the wrong person. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they found out they had the wrong man after he inflicted severe injuries. When I say severe injuries, I'm talking broken bones. I believe it is his collarbone and I think his cheekbone. And definitely his collarbone. Just broke. Why? Because as he turns his head again to ask simple questions. Why am I being detained? I'm just going to work. And he's not giving an answer. The cop's not saying, hey, you were breaking into cars. We believe you were breaking into cars. You fit the description that was called in. Now, I believe when he first got there, he's saying when he was trying to detain him, grab him. As soon as he walked up, I believe he accused him of breaking into cars. That might have been the only time, and he didn't really explain anything. He just went to hands-on. Went right directly to hands-on. And this whole time, this man's trying to say, I'm waiting for my ride to go to work. I'm going to work. I haven't done anything. So as he's trying to slightly turn his head, just a hair, and when I say slightly, I mean slightly, this cop, because he's like, yeah, you're older than I am. This cop decides he's going to suplex this little man, suplex him, and body slam him onto the ground, onto the blacktop, and then berates and belittles him. Another officer shows up. This man's crying. Oh, he's in agony. And this officer continues to belittle and berate him because now he's crying. Come on, you're older than me. Stop being a beep, beep, beep. I'll censor that for the kiddies if there happens to be one watching. One of those, the female genitalia, stop being that. You just body slammed with your weight. You're a big, this cop's got to go. I don't know, if I was to guess looking at him, 260 something. I'd say probably over 260. He was a little round. I'm 260 pounds. And this guy's bigger around than I am. So, I know I could inflict damage on somebody by doing what he did. Imagine what it would be with him doing it, and landing on you at the same time. Going down as you're going to the ground with this man with over 260 pounds on top of you. Yeah. So they belittle him because he's in pain. He's in pain. And he's crying. Of course he's crying. You just snatched him up for no reason and power bombed him into the blacktop. And then the two officers are sitting there. Oh, you got a little scratch on your elbow, a little road rash. Are you freaking joking? Were you going to charge him with assault on an officer? So what they did charge him with was obstruction. Because now here's the committing part. Well, I'm going to at least charge him with obstruction. I'm going to at least charge him with obstruction because he didn't know. He still didn't know if he had the right person to charge him because he started going through his stuff. Started going through his possessions. He was detained. He wasn't even arrested. I think I'm going to charge him with at least obstruction, which means he did an unlawful search and seizure of his possessions, meaning, i.e. backpack. If I remember right, they did finally call EMS. He was taken to the hospital. Jacked up Broken Bones. There was a lawsuit filed. I'm not really 100% sure. If anybody can find it, it's in Georgia. I know it was the wrong person. They had the wrong person. So the charges should have been dropped. All charges should have been dropped. Their lawsuit pending on the there was a lawsuit pending on the department, I believe in the department of the city or village, where he was. Not sure if they were trying to pursue charges directly. Our litigation for the city, the sheriff's department, blah, 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 whatever. I'm not sure whether there's litigation directly at the officer or not. Qualified immunity should have been because I think there's enough that I think that I don't see. I'm that person that I'm a constitutionalist. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in constitutional law. And I believe in good policing and rebuilding. There's got to be a lot of rebuilding of trust between departments and the community. Okay. There's a lot of bad blood, and this one particular item is one of the reasons. Okay, just one of many examples on why there's a lack of trust between the community and law enforcement. Now, this officer actually should have been charged, and I haven't been able to find out much more information on it. But he should have been charged. He should have been fired. He should have been charged with assault with injury or whatever it is in Georgia to that man. Because if you watch the dash cam, it was unwarranted. There was absolutely no reason for that. Well, for the people that want to defend that. Well, they've got only nanoseconds to respond. He is a big boy. There was no reason for him to fear for his life. He was already patting him down. He already had enough pat down on him to know that he was not armed. Or that even if he was, that it wasn't in an area where he could get to it rapidly enough to do anything to him. Bottom line, this cop inflicted severe bodily injury on this man that was just trying to go to work. And he kept saying, I'm just trying to go to work. Even in his pain and tears, was just trying to go to work. And they made fun of him. They berated and belittled him after this large officer freaking inflicted a lot of damage to him. Broken bones, man, broken collarbones and stuff. And like I said, I'm almost sure it was a facial injury as well. Possibly an injury to his neck. Again, it's been a while since I got the lowdown on what the injuries were. So I'm trying to remember. It's just this clip happened to run back across my screen, and it reminded me of why I am so anti-bad police and pro-good police. Because it's incidents like this that get good cops hurt. Because now everybody is defensive against law enforcement. Now, I'm not saying, good police is going to keep cops from getting hurt. I'm not saying that at all. But it can reduce the risks. It can reduce the risks. That's all I'm saying. So I don't. If you know exactly what the outcome was with this particular case, hit us in the comment section. I'm eager to know what the outcome was, because it's just unreal. No matter how many times I see it, I just sit there. I can't believe it. Now I'm going to hit this as the last point, because I feel that it kind of almost correlates a little bit. Mondoni's running, Cuomo's catching up, but Mondoni's running. He wants to stop sending police to domestics. He wants to send these people in to try to sort it out, because they're going to be so much better. And I think he's going to get these people hurt. I really do. Cops get hurt on domestics. I think he's going to get these people, these not police that are supposed to make it so much better. I think he's going to get them hurt or killed. One of the two. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think on that part. Let me know what your thoughts are on good policing versus bad policing. I'm not saying every suspect that gets manhandled by police didn't deserve it. Sometimes it is definitely warranted, but in this particular case that I'm talking about, no, it was definitely not warranted. That was definitely abuse. Unjustified use of force. So, anyways, either who. Again, hit us in the comment section on what you think about that. Pop over to the website. Okay, if you've got something extra to say, or you got something you want to get out there, pop over to the website. Website and email should be up in a moment. Again, we have items we recommend. They are not sponsors. There's a disclaimer that says not a sponsor. If anything changes with with that product and ourselves, we'll remove not a sponsor. We'll put the appropriate relationship in. Anyways, if you have something you've got to get out there, make sure you run it through a grammar editor. Okay, we want to make sure that everything's put together, and we're not the grammar police, but there's trolls that will always find something, then try to bash it because they disagree with what you're saying. It doesn't matter whether you're left or right. Even leftists will bash somebody that leans to the left's beliefs or thoughts. So make sure everything's put together, solid. Run it through grammar editor. If you're quoting anything, make sure it's in quotations. If you're using a source or a reference and you're not quoting, make sure the sources and reference are in brackets. Copy and paste the index address, paste it directly above or directly below your quote, paste it in the brackets for each one of your references or sources. Okay, these are just items that are going to support what your topic is. So we're going to hyperlink those index addresses into the appropriate spots. It's going to highlight or change the color of the text, indicating that's clickable. You click on it, it goes directly to the page on the website that you drew that quote or the source or a reference from. Okay, make sure you're putting in, making sure it's known that it's your opinion, your view, your belief, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's make sure it's solid and people can really get behind it. Okay, nothing crazy and outlandish. We're not going to put anything up crazy and outlandish. So must have a first name or pseudonym, state and location, not a physical address. State and location so we can see where we're reaching out, others can see we're reaching out. So again, first name or pseudonym. So like Bob from Schenectady, New York, or Tiger from San Diego, California. Whatever. So simple, straightforward, non-identifying. Again, help us get those views on Rumble up. We're on YouTube now, so Let's get those. If you're on YouTube, let's get those views up and help us with that. But rumble. Let's get move the crap out of Rumble, man, on our episodes in our channel. Again, over on our website. So the website, if it's not already up here, will be up here in a second. Website and email. So email is what you got. Pop over again to the bottom of the homepage. There's a crowdfunding box. Top all the pages on the website, there's a host and gift box. So there's 3 ways you can support what we're trying to do. One is they're getting our views up. Extremely share. The host and gift box is on the website, top of the pages on the website, or the crowdfunding on the bottom of the homepage. So, all right, guys. Again, I'm going to pop out. Hit us with what your thoughts are on those topics, and we'll catch you next time. So again, we really want to thank you for any support you give us. Have a great, safe day, and as always, till next time, stay frosty, my friends.
You just heard Patriot View
At 1A Independent News.
with Bear Direct. Join us on Rumble at 1A Independent News for our daily broadcast.